Greetings and salutations. It is I, Professor Macabro, here again to continue with the movie reviews. Yes, indeed. I watched Clown in the Cornfield in one night, and I was like, well, I'm feeling a bit clownish, so let's see what else is on. And on Amazon Prime, I came across another clown movie. And I was like, well, do I really want to see another clown movie? Oh, why not? Fuck it. So I popped in The Jester. And here's the movie poster here. Because well, I already watched one clown movie. Why not follow it up with another one? And the design of The Jester looks pretty cool. I thought, so let's pop it in. And pop it in I did. Now, the movie of The Jester starts off with this dad that looks like he's seen some shit, and he's calling one of his daughters, who appears he abandoned, giving the conversations like, oh, look, I know I fucked up, but I kind of want to make things good, you know, shit's going down, and I don't know how much time I have left, so let's get together, let's patch things up. And daughter, rightfully so, is like, fuck off, you fucker. You left us, and then you fucked off, so go keep on fucking off, fucker. Hangs up, and then the guy's like, well, shit, I tried, while looking back at this Jester thing, and, must say, I did get a lot of Art the Clown vibes, but unfortunately that's the vibe that, a lot of clown movies after Terrifier seem to be tapping into. There's this, Jester character, who has a top hat, a spiffy costume, well, very much like the spiffy orange costume, that doesn't talk and has a creepy smile. And apparently he has magical powers, magical mime powers, because he's miming some shit, and then a rope pops up on the fucker's guy and his neck, and he's like, oh shit, what are you doing? And then the mime's like pantomiming, getting choked, and the other guy's actually being choked because the rope goes up and chokes him, and he's floating in the air, dying, and then the guy dies, and the Jester's like, and walks off, and you're like, well, that's an interesting intro. And then at the funeral, the daughter, who the guy called and told to fuck off, goes to the funeral and encounters her half-sister. Because again, the guy fucked off, left his family, and went around with someone else and started a new family. Apparently, with this new family, he wasn't way better than with the previous one, because he seems to have been a very loving and caring daddy, la-di-da. And the other first daughter's like, you fuck! But the daughters reunite, and then things don't quite go as planned, because there's a lot of bottled rage. Again, don't let your emotions bottled up, because it'll fester inside you, and it won't probably be good, and then you'll have some very different coping mechanisms, which might not be the healthiest. It's a thing. It's too late for Professor Macabre, but if you can find healthier ways to, you know, get over or work on your trauma, do it. Save yourselves. Yes, indeed. But the daughter's like, the first daughter's like, no. I hated that fucker. I'm glad he's dead. I'm off. And then she fucks off. And then the second daughter, she seems to be receiving visions with the dad. And she's like, I can still feel my papa. And then his ghostly appearance pops up behind her. And so, I don't know, psychic abilities? And then the Jester starts following the first older daughter. First, she pops up trying to force her to pick a card, any card. And she's like, fuck you! And then she goes buys a bottle of Jim Beam or Jack Daniels, and she's just drinking it up on the street. And then the Jester pops up again, and just fuck off! And he gets more aggressive, so she goes back to the store, and then some cops appear, and that's when you once again are shown that this thing has powers, because he's able to control one of the cops to kill himself, and then madness ensues. But he's also following the other sister, and it turns out that the dad apparently had some kind of psychic projection of this thing, or the clown goes after his bloodline, because the guy had a lot of issues and a lot of regrets for leaving his first daughter. So the clown taps into that and starts haunting him. Then the other daughter has a lot of bent up rage and emotions because of her dad and her abandonment issues. So the Jester latches onto her. And then the second daughter, well, she's going through some shit. So basically, it's weird. And again, the Jester doesn't talk, he's all pantomiming. And then there's this final confrontation where it looks like the older sister's like, "Fuck you, clown," or whatever you are. "I am going to work on myself and beat my demons," and that makes the Jester like, "Okay, I guess I'll fuck off." And he leaves. And by the end of the movie, the two sisters are getting along a little better, and the older sister's like, "Yeah, my dad had some issues, and I guess I have some of those issues and that darkness, but I'm not going to let it control me." So the Jester is still with her, but she's trying to overcome whatever the Jester is, because they don't explain what it is. So, yeah, the Jester. It looks low budget, and I'm not knocking it off. I mean, I like a lot of low budget movies, but it does look like it's low budget. I mean, it looks like it. It looks like someone just got a couple of friends together, and because there's a lot of people in the cast. There's the dad, the two sisters, the two cops, the Jester, the store clerk, and a group of friends, 3 friends for the younger sister. That's it. That's all you got. So it does seem very low budget, and it looks low budget. Again, not a knock, but it doesn't look like a high production thing. It looks like it was filmed with, not a high-tech studio camera, just a regular camera. But it doesn't look like shit, is what I'm saying. It looks low budget, but it does not look like shit. The performances from the main sister and the younger sister are pretty good. The guy that does the Jester, well, he's pantomiming, so at least he does that well. And the Jester in itself is very creepy. And again, it does have that mystery that you don't know what's up with the Jester, what the fuck is it doing. So, I got invested. There were things that didn't make sense. Maybe could have been explained better. And there was a lot of filler with the sister and the Jester for a while there. But I would still recommend it. It's not, well, it was to me. But you might enjoy it. I mean, you might think it's garbage. But I would still recommend it. Give it a watch. And let us know what you thought of the Jester in the comments down below. Yes, indeed. So I have one more movie review to share with you. So I hope you stay tuned for that. But until then, this has been Professor Macabro thanking you. And wishing you all, like always, a good evening.